play of the game from way down.
Two, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bob Stastinko gonna find Rainer.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for a replay cast. If you were with us earlier and you saw that there was a bit of a blip, well, the reason why is because I figured I'd get rid of the delay. We're doing a replay cast. We can do that. We are now going to catch up on a replay cast between Arrogant Nephalem and Wood Tap, that two of the top teams out of Division C West currently. Now, I don't want to make it sound like that's not saying much, because it's still saying a lot, but right up until this week, all of these teams were pretty much deadlocked. So it's going to be an exciting series. I honestly expect this to be a 3-game series. I don't know who wins it. I don't know how things go. So we're just going to have to wait and see. And we will discover these things together. Well, I guess some of you already know the answers to these questions, but that's okay. Trade, want to shout you out. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate the subscription. And Kime, I don't believe you. Just throwing that out there. Oh, man. But you know what? How about this? I believe that it's possible that maybe you fed less than the other night. How about that? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Can you feed less than 3 times per game? Let's see. Oop, Colonel Pants. And sorry for the little bit of a delay there as we got everything set up here. I had to take care of some let's just say that I had to take care of some dog business. Somebody was not apparently finished when I brought them in earlier. You hate to see it. And I think I got everything set up here, so we're all good to go. I'm uncertain if that's true or not. Yeah, we'll find out. Don't worry. We will discover that one together, Kime. But we do have map bans. Being a replay cast, we're not going to have all of the details. And as you can tell, I've turned off the ticker, so you can't see everything. For those people who don't know the result of this game, they're not going to be spoiled by it. Well, let's take a look at our maps here. Bans for Arrogant Nephalem were the Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. Would Tap that banned out the Sky Temple and Towers of Doom. So our game number 1 is going to be played here on Infernal Shrines. We're going to go ahead and get that started, ready to go. There we go. We had some good matches tonight. Fun to watch. And here we go. We are all set up and ready to go as soon as I switch to the right page. Make sure that they are, in fact, on the correct sides. It looks like they are. Yay, you love to see it. On the left, we've got the Arrogant Nephalem. Null Point are going to be playing Stukov, Segatai on the Johanna, Kime playing Deathwing, Penguin on the Vala, and Trabe on Gul'dan. On the right, we've got Wood Tap That, Mongoose playing the ETC, Telems playing the Sylvanas, Tinius Vane going to be playing Greymane, and Colonel Pants on Urel, Shadonis playing the Anduin. I would like to know what actually was banned out if Deathwing wasn't. It was Probius? Probius was banned. I thought it might have been. So, Arrogant Nephalem banned out the Probius, the Junkrat, and the Leoric. Would Tap That banned out the Malthael, Kael'thas, and Jaina. Talem's taking a lot of damage here on the Sylvanas. Is going to have that silence keeping her from haunting waving away. I was going to say Mongoose might have saved her, but Deathwing coming in with the breath at the last moment there, getting her at the gate. First blood going over to Arrogant Nephalem. I'm interested when the death... I'm assuming Deathwing was picked up right at the beginning. So how far into this was the Aero, I wonder? I first picked... Yeah, I figured. So the question is, like... Did they probably took Greymane pretty early, if I had to guess. Maybe even the ETC. I'm thinking it was ETC Greymane for... Oh, no, it might have been Sylvanas. So I suppose ETC... I don't know. I think any one of those three. In there, 2-3. But anyways, let's take a look at talents. We got Echo Corruption. We got Hold Your Ground. We got the Low Blow. Draconic Might, the selection here for the Deathwing. So he's going to get those... whoops. He's going to get the Protect anytime his armor plates go away. I imagine Greymane was in the first round of picks, or we'd have stolen him to prevent it. Yeah, I would think so, or even banned him. So yeah, I would think that it probably... Like, I would think that it was Greymane Sylvanas, because Sylvanas has a lot of value on this map, but then again, it's ETC's, or Mongoose is ETC, so that might have been Greymane ETC. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? We got Vala going into multi-shot, has that, what is that? Hot Pursuit at level 1. And the scout was done there. Shadona's checking to make sure nobody was in there. Didn't know about the Johanna in the bush, though. So we're going to see Wood tap that, pull back a little bit. Doesn't want to get too far into this, but now they've got a 5-man rotation. And this is in the bot lane on the opposite end of the world from the first point here. And it's going to be an Arcane Punisher, so interesting setup here. It's going to be Arrogant Nephalem coming in to clean up the camp here. I think, in some ways, especially with Merqueen, and I'm not suggesting they should have done this, but I would be interested to know if they had not gotten that camp, just pulled back, looked like they were heading up, and then circled back around, picked up that camp. Between Sylvanas, Greymane, and Merqueen, I bet they could have taken that fort before Arrogant Nephalem even could have responded. Because they would have thought they were all coming up. My thinking. I don't know. Maybe. But here we've got everybody on the point. Currently up 10 points here for Wood Tap that. Urel jumping in. But the Unstoppable picked up here by Johanna as Kime using that massive body to block out the zone here. The steam vent. And Johanna going to flashlight the Anduin. What do we have for Anduin? So it is going to be that Moral Compass as well. Urel looking for this Stukov. Doesn't quite have the position to knock him out, but doesn't need to. Has the Gul'dan. And guess what? Guess who's not making it through that point? That's Gul'dan. Trabe looking like they'd probably fall here, and it is the case. But they're going to get the kill onto Greymane and might get a little bit more. Fire Breath coming out isn't going to be able to land on the heroes that are really low that could have potentially fallen, although Mongoose is taking some damage here from Penguin, getting those auto attacks. And level 7 is going to come up here for the Arrogant Nephalem. And they're going to pick up the first Punisher of the game. As Deathwing taking flight was very low, was sitting at about 20-25%, had none of the armor plates, so had to get up. And ETC is going to get the jump over the wall here, use that power slide to avoid the stun from the Punisher. Punisher sitting already about half health here, so it is going to get a decent amount of damage onto this fort, but ultimately it's going to go down pretty quickly. Urel making her way around, gathering that soak in the bot lane, gathering that soak in the mid lane, as the team seems to be pinging for the Shaman camp, but likely being called off from that. Wanted to focus instead on getting the XP and not giving the advantage here to Arrogant Nephalem, but Arrogant Nephalem ultimately going to get that advantage, rotating in, going to get this siege camp. They find that nobody's here, and with all 5 of them, right? 4? Am I missing one? No, there's 5. I just missed one of the bars. ETC is going to power slide in onto the Vala, so The Deathwing going... Unfortunately, the Cataclysm probably took him a little bit farther than he wanted to go. But ultimately, allowing the assault in onto the Sylvanas. Does she get away? She does, but Tlems may die from the dot, and it is going to be a kill. Cool Dan finishing that one off with that corruption. I gotta tell you. Sylvanas dying to corruption, especially given the circumstances of the current Warcraft patch. I'm on board with that. Let her die. Why do you cast my bad games? Hey, I just looked and I said, you know what? This looks like it would be a fun game to cast. I cast your good games too. Shush. We got some good Probius games in there. Guy over here saying I only cast his bad games. That's not true. You didn't say only. You did just say, why do you cast my bad games? That's fair. Level 10's online here for Arrogant Nephalem. It's going to be Horrified, Blessed Shield, the Flailing Swipe. We also have the Burn Beneath My Shadow. Yeah, it's so difficult to remember that. He's banned so much that I never remember the name of his talents. And then Rain of Vengeance there for the Vala. So level 10 is now available, though, for Would Tap That. So it's going to be the Holy Word Salvation from Anduin here. Mosh Pit, we got the Wailing Arrow, the Cursed Bullet, and Ardent Defender. So a lot of defensive options here between the Ardent Defender, the Holy Word Salvation, even potentially the Mosh Pit, depending on the circumstances. What do we have for interrupts? So Stukov, Johanna, ultimately the Horrify, Rain of Vengeance. So a lot of ways to interrupt that salvation, but we saw that earlier too, and had some pretty amazing salvations, at least in one of the games. But Anduin's going to get caught, is going to have that Blessed Shield go out. The pull in going to stop that heal, but ultimately going to be fine. The Fear coming out, also a silence though, so it kind of worked in both teams' favor there. The overlapping Horrify and silence, so not quite able to get the kills. As Would Tap That now going to head up to the Shaman camp. All the while up here, the top Shaman camp was getting a little bit of value, so it brought this fort down another 20-25% total. Last X number of games are Nail Biters. Oh man, you guys are funny. All right, 15, 17, 18 already here. Cursed Bullet going out, bringing the Deathwing down pretty significantly here. Drops that second armor plate as well. The Protect coming in. Here comes the Cataclysm right across the center. Mongoose going to take some of that damage. Believe the Blessed Shield went out as well. There's the Condemn though. So Holy Word Salvation is going to get some pretty good value, but also a Corruption going in. And that's the danger. It's not like the instant damage of things like a Pyroblast or something like that makes it real easy to negate, but the Echoed Corruption, especially when he gets that completed, makes that salvation a rough place to be. Mongoose once again baiting the Punisher, and you know what? Baiting the Punisher over that wall and using the Power Slide to be able to get out of it, clutch. Not having to use something like an Unstoppable, just letting it actually hit you. You know, if you can dodge it, that's even better. Johanna is going to get that Cursed Bullet here. Going to take some damage from that Shadow Dagger as well. The Leap coming in onto the Greymane here. Vala getting that multi-shot. So Greymane having to pull back. Continuous Bane sitting at about 30%. He's going to dive in onto the Punisher to get that taken out. But this is the first fort down in this game, 9.5 minutes in. Arrogant Nephalem moving on to this siege camp here. We're going to have Segatai holding the side, making sure nobody's coming through here to threaten the team. As level 13's fully online. Oh, I haven't seen this one. What's this one? Fire and Fury. Basic attacks against... Oh, yes, the additional auto attack. And that couples really well with this Draconic Might, right? Because he gets 30% of the healing. So any of those heroes that are slowed, stunned, rooted, which they have a few different ways to do that between Johanna, Stukov, Vala, obviously Deathwing himself, and technically possibly even the Gul'dan, right? I mean, he could take the slow on Corruption, I think is at 16 maybe. We are funny. Nod, nod. Indeed. So Sylvanas up here with the Yrel trying to clean up this lane so that it doesn't get any more pressure up there than has already begun. But Arrogant Nephalem is all over these camps. They have been to 4 out of 5 of them pretty much every single time here. That's not true. The spot camp went the other direction. So that's fine. Fair enough. 15 to 14, 1 full level ahead for the Arrogant Nephalem here. Bot lane is going to be the next Punisher point. It's going to be a Mortar Punisher here as well. So I like what I'm seeing here. Get this lane pushed up. You've got plenty of time as the team is clearing up the camp in the middle. And the safe rotations here coming from Would Tap That. Getting the Hungering Aero, bringing Mongoose off of that mount. Now remind me to send a thank you to Shadonis for hopping on that toy train mount. It is so just wonderful hearing that choo-choo every about 4 seconds. Johanna, the power slide ultimately working to stun the Johanna, but the cursed bullet just slightly off. So Johanna's going to be able to make it out there. If that cursed bullet lands, she's toast. I don't think they got the slow here. Yeah, Ruinous Affliction, so it's going to do additional damage when it hits somebody 3 times. Toy train mount, I mean. It is banned. Yes, yes it is. But you know how many teams abide by that ban? I think exactly... I was going to say 0, but... I've put the fear of... I don't want to say God. I put the fear of captainship into my team and said, don't do it! Not that anybody else did it. I'm the only one that has done it. But yeah. We all use crab mounts, so there you go. Fair enough. Alright, so... once again here, on this point, 16's up. Still a little bit to go before Would Tap That's going to be able to get that. And with Sagatai cleaning up this lane here, going to be able to get a little bit of damage onto that fort. Level 16's now here. Or Would Tap That. They're going to get over in onto the siege camp. Are they able to do anything to this Johanna? Probably not. They want to get this camp, have that going in the mid lane while they deal with the Punisher in the bot lane here. And right now, this has been a pretty commanding lead, commanding game in general. Almost entirely macro. Oh, Mongoose not quite getting that one here. Gonna get pulled out, though, thanks to the Leap of Faith. The Cursed Bullet gonna lock down some significant damage into the Deathwing as he's getting that Incinerate level 4 value. Punisher gonna get pulled over the wall here. Still sitting a good healthy 70% when it jumped over, so it's gonna get pulled close to this keep. Gonna take a bunch of damage. It's about 3rd now as the wall fully down. Johanna pops that Unstoppable, goes in looking for the Condemn. Colonel Pants is gonna stand in the fire, get healed right up to full thanks to that Ardent Defender, and ETC's going for a dive here. Have we seen him, Osh? I don't think we have. So ETC being very... oh my goodness. That would have been a perfect place for it too, other than the fact that Deathwing was in the air. That's actually probably even better for it. Oh, that was a stun or something that stalled out the ETC, got paused in the power slide. So a couple of really great opportunities for the Mosh, but not quite able to do it. Just really good awareness there from Arrogant Nephalem to make sure that he was not able to do that. Oof, Fear and Swipe both there. Yeah, but you know what? You didn't die, did you? And I think that's exactly what was going to happen if ETC got that power slide in. Most of the ultimates coming back up here. Ardent Defender's going to be down for a little while. Still the Horrify as well. And the Flailing Swipe. So, can't have too much CC indeed. Who are these kids, right? Alright, here comes the... oh my goodness, the Cursed Bullet onto Johanna. But she's got that Iron Skin, so she's going to make it away. With that kind of burst potential, I almost wonder if it wouldn't even make sense. Well, no, never mind. Never mind. Wasn't going to say it. Look at Sega face checking Bush. I mean, that's what you do when you're Johanna. You just walk into it, right? What are they going to do? Deathwing's still up in the air. At some point, he's going to get that AFK notice. I had that happen to me once early on when I was playing Deathwing. I went up into the air, was regenerating from basically dead to full. And then there was nowhere for me to go because in the time it took for me to heal up, like, there was no vision anywhere good. And then it was like, hey, by the way, you're going to get kicked in X amount of time if you don't do something. I was like, come on, Blizzard! Jerks, like... This is the best place for me to be. Top lane's going to be the next Punisher. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher, once again, going in the top. So equalizing out the fort is great here. We're going to see that Incinerate going out from... There's the Mosh Pit. Gets interrupted pretty quickly, though. Horrify coming out. It's going to be ETC falling. Oh, my goodness. 3 kills in quick succession there. And now Colonel Pants and Tinius Vane having to just get out of dodge. Colonel Pants hoping that they can stay away from the Vala long enough to survive. Level 20s now here for Arrogant Nephalem. And with 3 kills here, they're going to get started on this, at the very least, this wall. Deathwing's soaking XP. As you do when you're level 20. Pushing up the lane here. I don't know. I guess, you know what? Flight was probably on cooldown. But where does Deathwing go now? Like, there's no real good place for him to land either. So Greymaine's going to push them back, but not before the keep goes down. And so that's going to give now, again, Arcane Punisher in the top lane. And this is a much stronger Punisher than it was 15 levels or so ago. And this is kind of it. There's no keep. This Punisher goes into the core. So we need to see those level 20s coming up here for Wood Tap that if they want to be able to defend this. They're going to come in without him. And maybe that's the right call. Segatai getting very low here. Doesn't have Indestructible. Went the Radiant Faith there. Protect coming in. What a massive Protect, too. Colonel Pant's going to be feared off out of the fire. So, okay. All right. Horrify separating the team really well. And Shadona's here all by himself amongst a full bevy of blue shirts. ETC going to get taken out there by the Gul'dan. And it looks like... I mean, I think they just leave Deathwing to do this and start pushing the rest of the lane with everybody else. But that's okay. They'll leave Gul'dan to finish it up. At least he hits him, am I right? Indeed. There's the Greymane going down as well. So here we go. Arcane Punisher coming in. 3 heroes dead. Just the Sylvanas and the Yrel. As Arrogant Nephalem going to make their way onto the core. These two can do a lot of damage. I don't know if it's enough. Colonel Pant's going to hit that Ardent Defender. So he's going to be able to heal up relatively well, but the Punisher's coming in still 10 seconds or so before ETC's out. Greymaine's still dead, and he's going to be dead for a good long time, but Colonel Pant's pulling the Punisher away. Really good job baiting that away from the core. Gives them a few more seconds here, but the damage coming out of the core is just so oppressive here. Here comes ETC looking for the Mosh. Does get the Mosh, but the Punisher says no. Not today, Beefcake. Horrify to cancel my Anduin, to cancel Anduin ult. Drake says no. Horrify to cancel my teammate's ult. Drake says yes. 9 kills to 2. That's a very overall low scoring game. I mean, even like that bottom fort, that second or third Punisher, second Punisher, was still only 3 to 2. And it felt like it was still, you know, overall a pretty close game with the macro advantages slightly going to Arrogant Nephalem there. They just had the slightly better overall game in that. So show these statistics here, and then we'll get set up for game number 2. Looks like game number 2 is going to be on Dragonshire. What is that for? Oh, interesting. I didn't know it did that. Did you guys know that on Hero's Profile, maybe this is new, Hero's Profile on the match summary stuff, it actually shows when you're a Patreon subscriber. Shows a little gold star, so Yeah, pin a rose on Mongoose's nose. Alright, getting set up here for the Dragonshire game. Kime in chat. If I remember correctly, regarding this series, not that game, but this series, if I remember correctly, my team left and I played 1 versus 5 and got a 2-0 with no deaths. Man, Kime, the world that you live in, just, it must be so wonderful. I'm just awesome. Absolutely. I mean, how can we compare? Oh, Kime on Leoric. Wait, I didn't look. How many deaths did Kime have that game? I didn't see. I guess I can go back and look. Hold up. Gotta go back. Pulling up the match summary. Let's see. So Deathwing died exactly no times? What is this? Did that really happen? Wow. I'm impressed. Let's see. Penguin's not in this game, so who is? Dekilidin's back. Playing the Maiev. Let's see. All right, that's easy. Okay. All right, so there we go. Everything's all set up. Let's get the game started. He may bow before me. No deaths. Guy has one game with no deaths, and suddenly he's the world breaker and the destroyer. You know what? If you would have told me that the team had 2 deaths and both of them were Kime before the game, I would have said only 2. Hey. All right, game number 2 is loaded. Let's get this going. It's gonna be Dragonshire, Arrogant Nephalem. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's pause this because I didn't give them their point. I got to do that. Let's see. So Arrogant Nephalem for that. This is Dragonshire. It was picked by which team? It looks like it was picked by Arrogant Nephalem. There we go. All right, all caught up. Let's unpause and get this going here. There we go. Pop-up's going. All right, on the left, we have Arrogant Nephalem currently up 1-0 in this series. Kime going to be playing the Leoric, Dekilidin on the Maiev, trading on the Jaina. Segatai playing a Nubrak and Null Pointer on Stukov. And over here for Wood Tap That, looking to equalize the series, we got Colonel Pants on the Rexar. Going to be Tlems on the Junkrat. Look at that. We got yet another train mount. At least it's somebody different this time, right? Mongoose playing the ETC. We got Tinia's Vein on the Kael'thas and Shadonis on the Lili. They banned... you know what? I was actually just going to pull that up. Let's talk about those bans. So, Arrogant Nephalem banned out the Probius, the Johanna, and the Anduin. Would Tap That banned out the Malthael, Deathwing, and then the Mal'Ganis. They don't like the Mals. Surprised they didn't ban out the Malfurion. Segatai getting a little low on Anubrak, and I gotta tell you, the changes that they made to Anubrak, you haven't seen a whole lot of Anubrak since they made those adjustments. Oh, power slide in onto Null Pointer. But luckily for him, there's absolutely zero follow-up. Now, ETC is going to get that knockback, trying to push Dekilidin into the team here. The blinds coming out from Lili. And you know what, Lili? I do kind of wonder, where did Lili come in this draft? Because I like the Lili... I feel like Lili was probably picked at the very end and was probably after Maiev? Maybe? Because I feel like that's a good response to the Maiev. If you're good about timing and awareness of the blind potential, like, that can be a good way to prevent your team from getting pulled. So it's on video now. There's a record. What? Oh yeah, Lily was in 4-5. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I thought. Was so was Maya the last pick, or was she somewhere earlier than that? Just out of curiosity, if you happen to remember. Because that tells, let's see. Because that would tell me if the Lily was in response to the Maiev, or if it was, you know, just because that was their comfort hero. So. Maiev going in does get the pull onto 2 here, Lily being one of them. Anubrak diving in shortly thereafter, trying to get the stuns. But no kills just yet in this game. 2.5 minutes approaching. I was picked somewhere from the first pick to the 5th pick. Yeah. Kime, your insight into this game is absolutely just astounding. I don't know, how do we keep up with you, man? There's Mongoose getting pulled this time, but the silence, not quite where maybe he was thinking it was going. I think Mongoose is okay here. Is gonna get that power slide onto Jaina. But so far, haven't seen quite the synergy there between the ETC and Kael'thas that I would like to see. In fact, Mongoose could be in danger here. The silence is going down, and it's gonna be the first blood as that low blow coming into play and locking down the ETC, making sure he can't get out. And Maya gets picked off by the Junkrat grenades. Oh no. Feels bad. Feels real bad. Don't doubt my Junkrat, says Tlem. Fair enough. Well, there's a reason it was banned in game 1, right? Living Bomb going out onto the Anubrak. Yip Bosser. Whammy. All right, level 7's available here. Anyways, the point I was going to make about Anubrak before I got distracted by whatever is that Anubrak feels so incredibly squishy now. Like, I feel squishier. Never mind. Speaking of squishy, you know that thing I was just making a point about? Well, there you go. Silence goes out, pulls the Lily. Oh my goodness. It's like I'm a prophet. I'm over here talking about things. Yeah, right? Like just deleted, just gone. So Maiev getting, oh my goodness, just barely caught by the tip of that power slide. Maev's gonna get taken out thanks to that living bomb. And now Rexar versus Leoric here in the mid lane. Was that a spooky hand? Oh, it was just on Amisha. All right, so Anubrak's coming in behind. We've got the siege camp invade. The silence coming out. ETC looking to fall once again. The Junkrat concussion mine just a little late to help to secure that siege camp here, as the Dragon Knight was picked up by Rexar while that was taking place. Anubrak gonna get punched all the way into bot lane here. The cleanse coming out from Lily. Let's go! Also keep in mind, of course, that Lily gets a little bit of a heal out of that, and it's a short cooldown, 40 seconds. It's reduced by Fast Feet. Fast Feet gives her the just generic cooldown reduction as she takes a little bit of damage. I got distracted by the teddy bear, says Kime. Makes sense. Speaking of that squishy Anubrak, it's, yeah, so like we played 2 games this week. And I played Anubrak in both of them, and I just felt like every 5 seconds that I was almost dead. Or dead. And that was not into teams like Zul'jin Raynor crap. It was into mages. So ETC's gonna zone out here, blocking the Maya, pushing deeper into the team, but the team's very low, and they were very close together with those Phantom Knife resets being potential. I think that was... perhaps lucky. Oh, Colonel Pants? Does Colonel Pants die? No, the Misha stun just enough. Leoric gonna get booped over toward the wall here at the turret, but he's gonna be able to make it out. He's just fine. He's fully health. Fully health. Yeah, words. Dak wanted a quad kill there, and I don't blame him. That was super close. That face meld actually, I think, really set up the potential but just barely not able to get it. So we do have level 10s from both sides. It's going to be Jug of 1,000 Cups. For Lily, we got that Phoenix, the Mosh Pit, the Rip Tire, and Unleash the Boars. On the left, never mind, pulling ETC into the team. They get that stun, but he face melts, pushes everybody away. Phoenix coming down to provide some zoning potential here. But it's going to be Warden's Cage, along with the Ring of Frost, the Entomb, the Flailing Swipe, and the Cocoon. So a lot of potential ways to keep heroes where you want them to be. Also a little bit of a disengage, so we could... Oh, never mind. Goodbye, Kime. You were known. We knew you so well. Whatever. Words are hard, guys. And Kime's fine because nobody was there to help ETC. Oh, man. Has Kime died yet? No deaths. No. Was Kime trolling me? Or was he actually like no deaths this series? There's no way. I don't believe it. We'll see. We'll see. I might have to, if Kime goes with no deaths this series, I might have to actually change my opinion.
Will it be you?
Not hinting is a pro strat. Fair enough. Well, the dragon is going to be, the channel's picked up here. Kime's dealing with this bruiser camp along with Colonel Pants. Just, you know, throwing axes in his face. You want axe. Silence going out onto 2. Here comes the Warden's Cage to kill it and pulling in the Lily and the Junkrat here. It's going to be Lily falling in the background to Jaina. Maev, however, having to pull back. The Cocoon going out onto ETC. But Segatai's all alone. Can't kill a Junkrat by yourself. The Burrow Charge coming in. Big silence here. Followed up by the Impale. That's going to be a kill onto ETC. With the rotation coming out from Maev and Stukov onto the point here. This could be the opportunity for Arrogant Nephalem to get onto the point. But of course, Concussion Mine's going to make that a little difficult. Let's see. That's basically cheating. Is that against Div-C rolls? Letting Kime not feed? Yeah, I think so. You ride the train, man. I don't hint. There goes Anubrak picking up the Dragon Knight. Gonna get started on their first opportunity to ride in the dragon. Who Yitbosser? Who is Yitbosser? Like, is that one of the would tap that folks?
To my side.
Oh! What do we got going on up here? Kime has the drain life, or had the drain life. Oh! It's good. I don't have to change my opinion of Kime. Trait value. Good point. It's Randy. Which Randy? Is it one of the Randy Newmans? All right. Well, bottom fort is going to go down. All right. Cool. Right on. Kael'thas gonna get punted away here. Maev does get the tether, but doesn't matter. Has the power slide to keep that locked down. Cocoon going out onto ETC. Maybe a little bit of anti-synergy, but Segatai going in looking for the Kael'thas. And unfortunately, like, the team kind of split on that one. Looks like they had different ideas on where they wanted to go here. And now Segatai is, we mentioned earlier, Segatai, like, on that Anubrak, feels like very squishy. Mosh Pit is available here, so there goes the Impale. Trabe getting very low, probably dies here. Ice Block? Nope. In fact, Trabe was so kind to share a little bit of warmth with that Stukov. Here comes the Mosh Pit, onto 2. If this isn't 2 kills. Alright, well, it's 1 kill at least. Okay. What's that, Ice Block? You guys broke the caster. Okay. Alright, so bottom is going to get equalized. We see the pings, the danger pings here on the siege camp as a 4-man rotation. It's going to be able to clear out this bottom fort easily enough. And there is the opportunity to get the siege camp and the bruiser camp. We're going to see them rotating down into the bruiser camp here for sure. As Rexar continuing the soak As level 16 picked up here for both teams now. Oh my goodness. So there's the bruiser camp, here comes the siege camp, and the timing on this just a little bit off, so they're not quite able to get the full value out of this, you know, tempo storm level of push. ETC is going to go up around into the mid to catch that soak as the siege camp is picked up. Second tie, throwing out an impale, just making sure everybody knows who, it really, I mean, he's just trying to bug him, right? Come on. But now with Rexar in the mid, Leo in the top, Leo's going to be able to switch that Dragon Temple. Shrine? Dragon Shrine? Shire? Altars? Control point? Anyways, able to flip it. But in the bot lane, we got Would Tap That picking up their counter to the top lane here. The rotation into the middle. So what are they looking for? They don't have the control of middle. Anubrak's looking for that stun. Is surround... Oh, how is Anubrak already not dead? Does make it out. Do we see number 2? What do you think, Kime? Are you making it out of this one? It's not looking great. Oh, he does. It was close. It was close. No trait value reported. Kick that guy off the team. What's going on with this Leoric? Utter trash. But I think Anubrak dies. And you know what? Stukov is just left. Oh my goodness. Huge, absolutely monstrous pull into the Warden's cage, but no deaths. ETC getting the mosh pit as well to kill it, and ultimately gonna be the death here. And the ice block coming in from Jaina saying, haha, you can't kill me. And then she dies. Uh-oh, spooky hand missed by Leoric. This is an opportunity for Leoric to get out of dodge. And Kael'Thas gonna pick up the Dragon Knight. Where do they go? Do they go bot lane? Bot lane's already nice and clear. They can get right up there. They've got 3 dead. Why not? Oh my goodness, this is such a fun game. Oh man, but that was such a turnaround too. That Warden's cage, the combo pulling I think 4 people in, and then ultimately it gets turned around on Maiev and she just can't make it happen. Let's see, Hot's throwaway. This is the stuff I miss in the solo lane. If I saw what my team almost dies to, I'd have an aneurysm. No joke, right? Oh man, Anubrak getting the stuns in onto Mongoose here. The punt onto Stukov. Well, Stukov's not going to be getting any more of those living bombs spread from his dying teammates. At least not yet, as the keep will go down. First keep of the game. Going to be Would Tap That's successful keep. I don't want to make it sound like it was their keep that went down. More proof block is garbage. Who needs it? Better to spend cooldowns on clearing waves. Aw, Kime, I'm gonna miss you. Fair enough. Have a good night. Enjoy the kids. Makes it sound like you're cooking the kids. Put them to bed. Do the things that you do with children, whatever that is. Sorry, I forgot my... Yeah, we mentioned it. Don't worry. Have a good night. See the pings over this siege camp here. A lot of pings. Level 20 is now available here for the Would Tap That. So we're going to look for the mid fort here. Got the bigger cannonballs there for Junkrat. Death Metal. We got that flamethrower. Mistweaver. I really like this. Is such a great talent. It's one of my favorite talents in the game. Giving you that AoE heal that really, like, Lily just doesn't have that value until she gets to that level 20, and it's reduced by the fast feet. So you're like, haha, do damage to me. And then I just AoE heal again. It's so great. I love it. And then the upgraded boars here, kill command, additional damage, and a root. Concussion mine sitting on the point here, so can help to make sure that they secure this siege camp in case any of the enemy team comes in. Fair enough, Clem. Too long of a match at Blackhearts. How does that even happen? You just go PvE and you win in like two and a half minutes. I wonder if I can find that game. I have a 2.5 minute Black Hearts Bay game. It was kind of a joke. I don't know how to find it. Oriole Res on objective. Interesting. Level 20 is now on both sides. So we've got the Cold Snap for Jaina, reducing the cooldown when she hits with those rings. We got the Buried Alive, and that could be enough to turn this game around. I say turn this game around. It's not that far in the direction of would tap that. I mean, it's definitely been in their favor. What's the kill count, just out of curiosity? Oh, it shows at the top of the screen, 11-4. So, I mean, they're not that far ahead. I mean, this Dragon Knight could win the game for whoever picks it up. But you know what? Dekillidan's like, you know, maybe that's not the bush I want to go face check. What else do we have? We have the top off, so additional healing. We've got the rewind for Nubrak, of course, getting those additional stuns. And I don't even know, Shadow Orb, Shadow Strike, so dealing damage, slowing them, and reducing their armor. Oh yeah, that's the one I like to take. Rexar is going to get that top control point triggered, so at least the blue control of that is gone. Maya's going to head down into the bot, deal with the siege camp in the bot lane here. Right now we just got a little bit of a standoff here. Probably should have left it as a standoff. Gonna see the power slide in onto the Anubrak here. We've got Rexar nearby, the Cocoon going out onto ETC. We do have all of our ultimates pretty much other than the Cocoon. There's the big silence out onto Rexar. I'm sorry, Misha and ETC, but the Death Metal is gonna get some major value with that Riptire. 3 kills. There goes the Ring of Frost here, gonna hit 2. Make it 4 kills. And now I think that they can go win the game. I don't think Stukov can do a whole lot about this. What's their damage like? I mean, the siege damage potential here is fairly low, but I think that in 40 seconds they can probably still do it. Let's throw away. Oh man. Do they have any catapults or anything? Yeah, they do have some catapults coming here. They're not quite here yet. But it's still going to work out. They're going to be able to take game number 2, and that's going to even the series here. Right? There's the silence. Maybe not. Leoric getting the silence here is going to get a lot of damage onto the Kael'thas. He's going to make use of that Mana Addict, but it's all good. The core goes down. Alrighty. Okay, so I knew that this game went to 3 games. I did not know who won. So I'm hesitant. I don't even want to go. I'm not going to look at who actually picked this next map. I'm just going to I'm going to pull up the map because I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. We should have talents through all that stuff. You guys should be good on the talents. What is this? Clem's 117. You can't even get to 200. Jeez. Why take a stacking talent if you can't complete it? I'm kidding. I'm not that good at stacking that talent. All right, there's the stats. Let's go back over here. Leave this. Where are we going for game number 3? So game number 1 was Infernal Shrines. Game number 2 is Dragonshire. Get to 200, do it and prove it. It's not that easy to do. Yeah, I was gonna say Brawl's the one time I've done it was on Battlefield of Eternity. So let's see. What did we ban out? I want to see if I can guess. Is this Volskaya? Or is it Tomb of the Spider Queen? I'm gonna say it's Volskaya. Let's see. What is it? It is. Oh, what? How is Braxis not banned? Wow. All right, so I don't know who picked this, so I'm just gonna leave that out. We'll show the maps here while I get the stats. Second time my team hates me. That's what you say, but Magus hates this place just as much. So I'm honestly 110% amazed that this is not banned from one of the teams. Let's see, Johanna, no pointer, Anduin. Oh, we got Leoric again. Alright, nobody say anything that tells me what happens here. Let's see, Tlems is Sylvanas, Kale, Rexar, and Ariel. Ooh, interesting. Okay, okay. Get this started. There you go. Okay. All right, here we go. Gonna turn that off, and display these pop-ups. All right, on the left, make sure that we do in fact have the teams on the correct sides. Thank you guys, I appreciate that, by the way. Probably should switch over to the game page. On the left, Arrogant Nephalem. We got Trabe on Jaina, No Pointer on the Anduin, Killidan on the Zul'jin, Segatai playing Johanna, Leoric gonna be played by Kime. And on the right, it's gonna be Wood Tap That. Mongoose gonna be playing a Nubarak, Shadonis playing the Oriole, Tlems on Sylvanas, Tinius Vane on the Kael'thas, and Colonel Pants on the Rexar. Okay, so who do I think wins based on the draft? I feel like Arrogant Nephalem wins based on the draft. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they have to take a little bit longer to get where they need to be, and Braxis can be a pretty early game map, and I feel like Sylvanas and Kael'thas can do a lot of work in the early game, so maybe Wood Tap that can bring it in, but I think if it goes late, that the Zul'jin power is going to bring in a lot. They both have pretty decent wave clear, though, so Nubarak's going to dive in here. Mongoose reminding us that Nubarak has such a small health pool now, is going to be the first one to go down. Is he that hard to go against? What are we talking about? Probius. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've seen the case. I feel like Probius is one of those heroes that if you can play him well, he's actually really, really strong. It's just that most people just don't know how to play him at all. Or that people just don't like playing him, and that's why. So, Nubarak is back. There's a Burrow charge in, just barely missing the Jaina, but ultimately didn't matter. The leap of faith going out to keep Jaina alive here. Let's check in on our top lane as Leoric versus Rexar here. And I feel like this, especially on this, well, really on the last map too, but on this map especially, I feel like this favors Rexar pretty heavily, because Rexar is able to hold on to those control points a little bit better. Who made the call to ban my Probius? Everybody! Does Hots Throwaway disagree with me? That's fair. Alright. Leo is Rex's worst... Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, the main reason that I felt that way is because Rexar has the two bodies, has the ability to hold on to the point, and the few times that I've played Rexar into Leo, I haven't had any issues, but I'm not a solo laner. I've just played it a few times. So level 4 picked up here slightly in favor of Arrogant Nephalem, a little bit early. And it looks like Leo is going to... Yeah, I guess that's true, because Leo can just sit there and drain life off of Misha, and it's not that easy to avoid that. Unless he drains life off of Colonel Pants, and Colonel Pants is going to walk away. He doesn't have enough health to really deal with it. So far, the channel crossing the halfway point here in favor of Arrogant Nephalem. Zul'jin sitting at 5 stacks, Jaina at 2,300. No ice block here. Not yet. But Mongoose is very low on health. Went into the regen master here at level 1 as well. This is a map with a lot of globes. But a Nubarak doesn't feel like a hero that you can stay in on when you're low. Right? ETC, maybe. Johanna, probably. maybe even Mal'Ganis, depending on, you know, when you get your ult and all that stuff. Garrosh is kind of alright, you can get a Bloodthirst. A Nubrak, though, like, just doesn't feel good. There's the root. The Twin Cleave's missing. So we're going to see that burrow charge over the wall to make sure that Anubrak can stay up. Or we're going to get that knockback, keeping the Johanna away as the Bruiser Camp's going to get picked up here by Would Tap That. And 92% so far picked up for Arrogant Nephalem here. Impale going to go out, stun out the Zul'jin. There's still a lot of damage going out here. We do have the top tower of the bot lane taken out here. Once again, Leoric getting that Spectral Hand onto the Rexar. So Rexar is very low, has to be really careful here. And I expect that we should be able to see Kime pick this up and finish off the channel, although looks like Colonel Pan's saying, hey, I need some help over here. As Mongoose is going to make it on there. Living Bomb onto the Jaina. Jaina's going to move away so that they don't spread the Living Bomb to the team. As Anubrak burrow charges in, you can't stun the towers though. Segatai seems to be mostly okay here. Yeah, is going to be able to make it out. Back into the top lane though. Colonel Pan sitting a little bit healthier than the last time we checked up here. And the channel now beginning for Would Tap That. Anubrak burrow charging in there again. And Jaina getting a little bit of chill value. What do we got? Just under 3k, so little baby steps. We'll get there. And again, yeah, Leoric just doing work. Can't take the point away from the Misha at this point just yet, but also not losing it. Never mind. Certainly not dying. There's the, oh, look at the spray, guys. Look at that spray. You love to see it. Just over the 60% threshold here is Would Tap That. Haunting Wave going out, getting Sylvanas out of dodge there, but Mongoose was a little bit in. It looked like Shadonis and Tinia's Vein said, how about all that? We don't have a whole lot of health. And here comes the Zerg Wave. So pretty strong Zerg Waves from both sides. Do we get all three of the... Yeah, we don't. We just... Oh, we do. So it actually is a full 100% Zerg Wave. So even though Arrogant Nephalem didn't quite have the 100% mark, they still got 100% Zerg Wave. So that's interesting. I don't know what the threshold is to get that. I know 18% is the minimum threshold. So anything under that, you're going to get to the 18%. But I don't know what the threshold is to get a max. I didn't even realize that you could. I thought if you were anything less than 100%, it was just a little bit less. But already the bot lane cleared up. Top lane is oh so close as just the one little Zerg minion. And really fantastic clear. Both teams able to clear it up before it did any significant damage to their forts here. That said, we're still going here in the bot lane. Segatai is going to get a big pull, not quite able to get that subdue talent completed, although very close. And this is only going to become more difficult over time. Zul'jin's sitting at 14 stacks, nearly halfway there. Soon we'll have the additional auto attack range. And going into a hybrid on the build here, going into Headhunter for that additional range and overall damage, but also going into the Arcanite Axes, a little bit of a mage build here. So not taking the recklessness for the spell power bonus there. The siege camp's going to be cleared out here at the bot lane while Sylv is working in the top lane. Did take that Merc Queen as well, so wouldn't have minded seeing her actually push along with that. As the level 10s picked up by Arrogant Nephalem shortly thereafter, Would Tap That. Alright, what do we got? We got the Blessed Shield, we got the Life Bomb, we got the Entomb, the Guillotine, and the Ring of Frost. So a lot of potential ways to set up for that Guillotine. On the other side, though, Would Tap That, taking the Pyroblast, because of course, why wouldn't you if there's no Holy Word Salvation or Tazdingo, right? Also the Resurrect. The Wailing Arrow. There's the Ring of Frost. Pyroblast going out onto Dekiladin. There's no Tazdingo. It's just barely enough to keep him alive, though. Sylvanas not so lucky. And Tinius Vein just barely out of the Frostbolt here as the Resurrect coming back in. So they're going to keep going. Dive onto Johanna. Gets the Impale. But the Root coming out from the end and keeping the Anubarak busy here. We also had the Unleash the Boars and the Cocoon. Trade missing the Frostbolt. Rip. There goes the Light Bomb. Gonna hit 4. Here comes a massive blizzard as well. Shadonis is going to fall. Maybe the Kael'thas as well. And there's no Resurrect this time. That was used not long enough ago for that to still be up. Although it did still show it up. It's just, I don't know why it does that. I think I can, let's see. 7? Let's see what this says. 30 seconds. So there you go. Sylv gonna get a little bit of damage. She doesn't have the Unfurling Shadows, so not gonna get any stacks out of this, but certainly gonna get a little bit of poke in there. And with the second Zerg wave up here, we've got the percentage already over the 50% mark as Kime having to zip out of there. Back in the bot lane. Working on the point. And that's a pretty danger place. Tinius Vein going in deep, trying to get that, walking into the Zul'jin here. Can they get the kill onto Segatai though? Nope, the Blessed Shield coming out, locking down just long enough to make sure that Johanna can get out. Oh, I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that Kael'thas died, right? Yeah, they resurrected him. And we're going to see Segatai get back onto the point here on Johanna. With the Anubarak coming in. 13 to 12 as we see the Icy Veins. And of course that Ensnare. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Channel begun for Wood Tap that as they as well cross the 50% mark. And Johanna's going to get that Iron Skin just in time. The Light Bomb coming out, gonna hit 2, gonna help to secure that kill onto the Oriole, but Zul'jin gonna be taken out by the Sylvanas. Ring of Frost gonna hit onto Kael'thas. Trabe trying to, oh my goodness, trying to int for a second there, but gets pulled out. Ice Block gonna keep him alive just long enough for the team to take out that Kael'thas and Sylvanas. Anubarak gonna burrow charge over that wall. But this is gonna be a very difficult Zerg wave to clear. For an Anubarak and a Rexar, especially with a Leoric right up in the face as well. There's still a Zerg wave in the bot lane. It's just not as strong, and Jaina. So they'll be able to clear that out pretty well. Pretty sure this fort dies to the Zerg. Maybe. Never mind. There are heroes for it to attack. It is still going to die. Misha falls as well to the Leoric. I mean, do we have no deaths on Kime? What on earth is going on? I'm gonna have to stop casting these matches if Kime is not gonna be dying. So the top fort is down. Bottom fort is very close with the few minions that are here, along with the Zul'jin and Jaina. That should take down as well. Shade. All right, here comes Unleash the Boars. They're looking. They got the Cocoon onto Jaina here. Segatai doesn't have a lot of mana, but does have the Light Bomb. Does get the lockdown onto Rexar here. The Entomb coming out as well. Ring of Frost is going to hit both Rexar and Anubarak. The kill coming onto Rexar, but Zul'jin's not going to be toast. Never mind. They are, however, going to get the Resurrect out there. But thank you, Kime. You just gotta see it, right? I mean, it's gotta happen, right? There are just things that go together. PB and J. Jake and State Farm. Kime and feeding. It's all just... It's just life. They've got to happen. But Leoric's back because he has that short res timer. So it's all good. Siege Camp versus Bruiser Camp in the bot lane here. But this is an empowered Bruiser camp, as Sylvanas is nearby, has that Merc Queen. And that 60% is going to do a lot of work in this lane. At least as long as it's just Johanna here to defend it. We do have the rest of the team coming in here. It took a little bit longer to clear that minion wave than I expected. Did get the black arrows. Here comes the light bomb. They're making good use of this light bomb combo. They're going to get that kill onto the Kael'thas. Resurrect coming up. May see it here soon. The root going out onto the Anubarak here. As Jaina was, I think it was Jaina anyways, was put in the state farming khakis. There you go. All right. Also acceptable. We see the pings looking for maybe... I don't know. They weren't pinging Rexar. Because I think that was their own team. Level 16's online here for both teams. What am I talking about? Level 16's online for Arrogant Nephalem. They'll be here soon for Would Tap That, as the control point's now active. And it's going to be Arrogant Nephalem making their way to get things started here. So far, no structures down for Would Tap That. Having difficulty, 10 kills to 2 so far, having difficulty dealing with this team here. Needs to find some kind of strong engage here. This could be it, right? They get the stun onto the Johanna. There comes the light bomb. Light bomb, I think, missed, although, no, I probably got the Rexar. Guillotine did definitely miss here. Dekilladin gonna have the Pyroblast coming out. They get the kill on the Johanna. Every time Dekilladin has like 100 health, just barely missing the time on that there. Anduin going to fall to the Sylvanas here. The jukes coming out from Jaina without that ice block. That would have been a dead Jaina here. Leoric's going to fall to the Sylvanas as well. But the Zerg wave is coming. It's going to be coming into this bot lane, going straight to the keep wall. It just doesn't seem as... I don't know, maybe they just spread them out a little bit more, but it just doesn't seem as powerful. It doesn't look as powerful as it used to, because those long line of banelings that used to come out and just demolish everything just don't exist now. You get some of them. They add more of these Hydralisks and everything as well. But just gonna be the wall. Jaina and Zul'jin up here at the top, but Rexar is nearby, so it's going to provide a little bit of defense there. Leoric's coming in to make sure that nobody finds themselves in an unfortunate circumstance. And we have the boss throw pit here. We even see the pings calling to go there. So Siege Camp is going to get picked up here. They're going to work on it right away for Arrogant Nephalem. Do we see a fight here? Is this a fight that anybody wants? Well, there goes the Leoric hand, so I think it just became a fight they want. It is going to be the light bomb. Gonna hit onto the Anubarak and Kael'thas. They're going to get the Kael'thas. Maybe not. Not quite yet. Trabe's going to go down there to the Burrow Charge. Segatine now in danger here. Resurrect coming in onto Kael'thas. Johanna's going to go down. Slightly off on the timing of that swift sweep here, as Leoric's going to go ahead and Wraith Walk away. Does have a living bomb, so is going to fall. So a 3-for-1 trade, but again, because of the Oriole negating that that death, it's all 5. Would tap that now. Going to the boss, not a throw pit, because it's just the 2. What are Zul'jin and Anduin gonna do? They're not gonna do anything. Probably for a while yet, because their lanes are pushed up, their camps are not available, their allies are not available. All they can really do is hang out and wait, be patient. Bot lane boss gonna have a bruiser camp behind it. And I think I'd like to see Sylvanas up there pushing with it. And it looks like that's what we're going for here. We want to get a push, we want to get a fort from Would Tap That here. And the beacons are up. Both teams are at full capacity, although the ultimate timers are in favor of Arrogant Nephalem here. Gonna get a root onto the Misha here. Burrow Charge coming in, hits 3. The Impale hitting a couple as well. Cocoon going out onto Zul'jin, and the Anduin deletion here. The Leoric Entomb's gonna make a Nubarak take the long bait, but Zul'jin gonna get taken out by Sylvanas And this went from being 100% in favor of Arrogant Nephalem, and suddenly would tap that with massive signs of life. Gonna find themselves only level 20 here very soon. They've got the boss pushing in. Burrow Charge coming in, the Ice Block, but is this an Ice Block death? It is. Ring of Frost is gonna hit everybody except for the Rexar, popping off that feigned death, and they're gonna make their way toward the core with this Bruiser Camp and the boss. Can they win the game here? Pyroblast, this one's gonna hit. It didn't actually hit, but Kime's gonna stick it out there, and that's a full team wipe. Would tap that, sticking it out, holding on until the very last minute, taking out that bottom fort, taking out that bottom keep, and winning themselves the game and the set. What a finish! I gotta tell you, I really thought that was going to be an Arrogant Nephalem win right up until the very end, because it looked so much like the Zul'jin was stacking. And let's take a look at these stats here. There we go. You know, Zul'jin was stacking, ended at what, 29? Oh, didn't quite get there. Oh, feels bad. Did get the Headhunter though. You know, we had the stacking Leoric. Again, I mean, it kind of goes a little bit to what I said. Like, if you get to the 20s, then I feel like the later the game goes, the more likely that Arrogant Nephalem wins this game. And they just didn't quite get to that point. They were winning the game through most of it. And then just a couple of good combos, getting that that 1 point, that one fight. And I didn't think either team wanted that fight. I was really surprised. Shadona's sitting at 4 on the Detainment Strike here, but got him when they needed him. And there you go. Hardened Shield, that really helped out the Anub'arak survivability, making sure that Anub'arak was able to stay in it. Kind of surprised. You don't see that Hardened Shield often. You often see that Rewind. But again, I mean, against the team that you're going against here with Zul'jin being able to just destroy your health bar, it makes a lot of sense. I am really glad that I picked that game up, guys. That was a whole lot of fun. I'm so glad, so excited over that. And I'm also glad that I didn't cheat and look. Like, the thing is, when I put up the replays, I'm the one that saves all the replays, right? I know who wins when I save the files, but it's a lot of replays, so I don't remember specifically what's going on. So it was nice to get that opportunity to see that here. So didn't want to move off the point. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, well, you know what, guys? That is going to wrap us up for tonight. We did 3 casts tonight, 2 live casts as well as a replay cast. We do have 2 more coming tomorrow in the afternoon. We're going to see a couple of replay casts there between Virtual Murky Slayers and Phoenix Rising Diamond. That's going to be a Divi match. We got CT Hanamura Drift versus Lubu. That's going to be a C East match. And then later on in the evening at 11 o'clock, because why not, we're going to have a Division B West matchup between Phoenix Rising Onyx, the number 2 team in B West, and You Are Not Alone, the currently maybe even the only undefeated team in all of NGS, not even having dropped a map just yet. So definitely want to tune in for that one to watch that. Again, that starts at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. And let's just take a look at these standings, see where they're at for these guys. So again, 16 to 15, and the difference between them is Would Tap that won the game, that third game. So winning that best of 3 with the 2-1, just slightly ahead. So a very close overall division, and going to be an interesting playoff race as well. So, all right, let's see, Mongoose, you are quite welcome for the cast. I appreciate everybody sticking it out here. It's been a long night. And hope everybody enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night, weekend. Hope to see you all back tomorrow.